So that's all I'm doing. I'm going up. I want to see the mist in the mountains. I wish I had a real camera, you know, like back in the day, so I can do some serious time-lapse stuff. Clouds rolling in, you know, and some real photography, like I used to do. Like James does. I don't know if you guys know this, but James, Chocolate Man in Thailand, is a hell of a photographer. I mean, top shelf photographer. Magazine quality photographer. National Geographic quality photographer. Now, I'm not blowing sunshine. That's a fact. Sucks I missed him in Pattaya. It was, when I was headed to the Bar 7, he was headed to the States. I was really bummed out. I didn't get to see him. Oh, I just took a drink out of the wrong cup. That was my ice water. God dang, man. I was expecting hot, and I got freaking ice cold. I was like, what the hell? So anyway, I'm going over a bridge, over a river. I have no idea what the name of the river is. You know, if I'm really ambitious, now a sign just went by real boom. So I could probably freeze frame it when I'm going through this thing, take a screenshot. Or I could follow my Google timeline and where I was, and there you go, you know. Oh, I went over that river. But yeah, it sucks I didn't see James at Nick's opening. I was really looking forward to that. There's a little Suzuki. $10 says it has a Daihatsu 4-stroke 3-cylinder in it. It's kind of like a universal thing, you know. But I'll be going back to Pattaya real soon. Real soon. I don't want to get all too personal, but I'm going to see my doctor, and I must be down there a week after I see my doctor. That's about all I'll share for now. So yeah, I'm having surgery, blah, blah, blah. And he does not want me to leave town until after my first follow-up. So first follow-up is a week, next one is a month, next one is 3 months, next one is 6 months. So I'm already scheduled to be in Pattaya late December. Already booked. And so that'll be roughly at the 1 month point. So hopefully I can incorporate that time that I'm in Pattaya with that follow-up. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So, yeah. I just looked at my map, my phone. It says 23 kilometers. I thought it said 23 kilometers a few minutes ago. So I'm gonna start counting light poles. odometers. Okay, now it's just supposed to 22. Okay, good. All right. But back to that phone. Bringing my second phone. Last time I was out, I lost my portable Wi-Fi that had my... When I got my AIS phone card, when I first got to Thailand, they had a promotional thing, free data only SIM card. So I had 2 SIM cards, 2 different numbers. One's my phone and one is a number attached to the SIM for data. And it's only 50 gigs, okay? They give you 50 gigs a month, included in the price. I'm like, okay, great. When my phone program, my phone package has unlimited data. You know what I mean? It's like, why do I need extra data? Because when I get past 50, it throttles down to like less than 2 megs upload, right? Which is like molasses in winter, for crying out loud. But I lost my... I got back from dinner, okay, where I met that family, the lady that sewed my skivvies. They invited me to dinner. I come back from the mountains and I said, well, it's still daylight. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to stop. So I stopped and had dinner. And then I get back to my hotel. It's night by then. This is after that disrespectful video, right? I get to the hotel room and I get up to my room and I'm like, shit, man, did I forget the freaking Wi-Fi in the truck, you know? Because I always have it corked in the charger, right? When I'm driving around, whatever. And I'm like, shit. So I'm looking in my bag. I tear apart my shoulder bag and dang it. Nah, must have left it in the thing. So I'd already showered. I'm already naked, you know. So now I'm like, God dang it, I gotta get dressed. So I get dressed and I go downstairs and I rifle through my truck. And I'm like, I can't find the damn thing. What the hell? And I look at my phone and I'm still connected. So I know I didn't drop it in the Thule Beagles. Okay? It's either in my truck or in my freaking room. So I go back up to the room, I grab my flashlight, and I rip the shit out of my truck. I take everything out, all my tools and, you know, stuff like that. And I'm under the seats, under the mats, every freaking nook and cranny. I'm under the truck, looking. And I'm still connected, right? To no avail. I'm like, God dang it. So what do? I go back to my room and I tear the shit out of it. Places that it's impossible for it to be. Because I always get a room with 2 beds. Unless they don't have it. But I always get a room with 2 beds. And I use one because there's never enough lay down room. Okay? So I take the towel, the second towel that they give you, and I lay that on the bed. I put my backpack or my suitcase on the freaking bed. And then if they don't have a lot of plugins, if they don't have a lot of plugins, I have an extension cord with 4 or 5 plugs on it all the time in my backpack. So I can cork it in on this side of the room and drag that freaking 30-footer over to my bed and plug in my phone, plug in my Wi-Fi, plug in my laptop if I need to, or my tablet, whatever I've brought with me, I can charge it. My hearing aids that I'm not wearing right now, they're in the back though. They'll be plugged in. So, but I always have 2 beds, and I use the one for lay down, right? Put my shit out, right? And so I'm I'm rifling under my covers, like what the god dang it, under the pillow and everywhere. And I'm looking under those beds too. I'm sliding them out of the way, and maybe I dropped it, whatever. Then I go down the freaking hall and down the stairs and in the lobby, and I'm going, god dang it, man, I can't find it. Holy shit. So the only thing, and then I'm thinking, I've only got this opportunity to be connected until the battery dies, right? Then it's mute. I mean, if someone so chances are good it dropped out of my truck and someone that came and pulled up, oh hey, look at this, picked it up and took it to their room. That's the only thing I can think. Well, it ain't gonna do them diddly squat good, because when the battery, well, they can't connect to it anyway without the frickin' password, and if you try to do the password fucking 5 times, it locks you out. So they're not, they get a free little portable Wi-Fi, about the size of a credit card, but the SIM card ain't gonna do them shit. So I just wrote it off, like screw it, I don't need it. But I went to AIS the other day, and you'll hear about that. I went to immigration, grabbed paperwork for my renewal, went to the bank, ordered my 1-year bank statement, blah, 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 blah. In preparation for renewing early my O visa, retirement visa. And while I'm at AIS looking for a screen protector, they're digging, god dang it, sorry, we don't have one, but go over here, right? So, but in the meantime, I mentioned that the card I lost, the Wi-Fi, my portable Wi-Fi. She looks at my account and goes, oh yeah, that's 50 gigabytes for you. I said, yeah, but I lost it. Can you like shut it off or whatever? I'm just paranoid. I don't know why. If you just think through it, it's like, if they could use it, they're getting free 50 gigs a month. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? They've already got the freaking Wi-Fi, because it wasn't under the truck and I couldn't find it in the room. And I told reception, I lost this. We'll look for it. No problem. So, but I mentioned it to her. Can you cut it off or whatever? She says, well, it's free. I mean, it came with your package. It's free. I could just give you another card. And I went, oh, I didn't even think of that. Duh. Right? Like I said, I'm as slow as my upload speed at my Wi-Fi upload speed sometimes. I'm just like, why the hell didn't I think of that? No, I want to move over, but because there's this truck kind of halfway in the road, but then there's a guy coming up on me. Really, so I don't know what they're doing there. Huh. Probably a big fishing day at a pond. There's a whole bunch of people waiting around, bunch of canopies, and a lake, and I saw some boats, little boats, and they're probably waiting until, okay, go. Right? I mean, they all, like a village or a community, will pitch in and feed the fish all year, and then at the end of the season, whenever that is, they'll fish that lake dry. Pretty cool. And they won't cheat. They won't go out there in the middle of the night and fish and stuff like that. So anyway, she says, I'll just give you another card. It's free. And I went, free? Like, I don't have to pay anything? Free? I'm like clarifying. No cost of me money. No ping mock. No, so she freaking grabs a SIM card, plugs it into this thing, plugs it into my freaking phone, plugs it into the thingy over here. Now it's working. So now I'm back to my second phone, which I really like because I get really freaking irritated. I cut 6 minutes out of a video because I'm on the highway, like whatever highway this is, 1063 for 9.5 more kilometers before I have to turn. And I get a red light. That's great. I like it. I like to stop and talk. So, last time I went solo, I went to Mae Hong, okay? M-A-E space Chan, like Chan, like Jackie Chan, C-H-A-N, Mae Hong. If I turn left, I would be going to Mae Hong, right here. Boom. That would be the way I came from when I met the nice people and got my underwear, my skivvies fixed, and had dinner. And I think that was a matchmaker deal. You'll see that video if it isn't out today. I don't know. I really don't know what I have scheduled out, but I am a few days out. So when you see this, I'll already be somewhere else. You kind of have to do that because if you get sick or... I'm not a daily life vlogger, but it's obviously come to me doing a daily video, a daily release. So I'm not like Chuck does. Good morning. Here's what we got going on. Here's where we're going. Daily life. And you know, I care, but I don't care what anybody says in terms of this. Even though I may have been with Chuck, something doesn't feel right. Checking my air pressure here. Huh. I don't know, just got that. Maybe it's just the camber of the road. Anyway, even though I've been with Chuck all day on a trip, right? And then that video comes out, you know, after the fact. I'll give it a little time, but I still want to watch it. Okay? And I've told him, as I've told many people about, like mine, I'm an hour and a half been yapping. And I got 2.5 to go. Now, I will stop and just enjoy the scenery, but I'll somehow manage to break this up. Or not. But I got to take it in chunks, right? If I watch all of my friends' videos, first of all, I live in Thailand, right? So a lot of the stuff I do watch are shorts. You know, like Yetis and shit like that, man. It's just like that. That stuff just busts me up. I mean, I just literally... I'm in my room, I'm looking at my phone, and I just freaking wake up the fucking neighborhood. Just laughing. Some of that shit is just outright freaking funny. It may be an old man joke from the day, but with the Yetis doing it, it's killer. And now they got little kids doing shit. And then the little kids are like, you look at them close enough, some of them, it'll be Trump and Kim Jong-un and Marcone and different politicians talking smack. And then dogs. You know, I watched one this morning. My mother yelled at me because I bought a stick in the house. He's talking to it was a golden retriever talking to a pug, you know. And the pug's like, man, that's messed up. And he says, yeah. Now she brings in this damn tree and starts decorating the hell out of it. What? What's up with that? You know, it's like, I don't know. That's funny to me. Fuck, man. Anyway, looking at the highway here. Huh. All these streetlights, they're 50 meters apart, literally. So count 1, 2, 3, that's 100 meters, right? But they're all LED. So this at night is just, man, I can drive it. You know what I mean? Sweet. This is a beautiful highway. 4.5 clicks to go before I turn. Yeah, and the median, like up here on the right, where you can see the big ass ditch. If I was really, really like had to turn around, I could go through that without tipping over or getting stuck. But look at that. Want to see how fast my truck will go? Watch me have a blowout. 110, 120. 140. Come on. Shit, I'm only 2,000 RPM. I really shouldn't be doing this because my tires are like 6 years old. I'm going to layer off at 160. I don't need it. So I'll just ease off. Come on down. Now, I wouldn't do that in America because I'd definitely get popped. Now, I haven't seen any signs that say cameras ahead. But I better move around this truck here before we... Boy, what a cool looking LED sign. 1.9 and turn left. So now I'm back down to 100. 168 fast. You know, and miles per hour, that would be pretty fast. But when I get new tires, which is kind of soon, because here, even though you've got lots of tread, they recommend 5 years to replace your tires because of the UV and all that crap. I mean, you could have core body separation and shit like that and not know it until it's too late. So I'll buy Yokohamas again because that's what these are. I prefer them. This particular model, the compound's good. I don't need frickin' Pirellis. They're I don't know what they're building over here, but man, they got a lot of piles of gravel and a big flat spot. 300 meters left. Okay, so I'll turn the signal on. But yeah, they recommend changing them every 5 years. But for me, that it's well worth the safety factor. And I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go slow so I can screenshot that. Obvious means no trucks over a certain weight, but I kind of want to know where I am. So again, I mean, look at this. If I don't pay attention, right? If I go to dinking around with my phone and I go off the edge of that pavement, you know, I could be in trouble. Nice house. Very nice. Oh, another one on the right too. Holy smokes. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, yeah, I'm just chilling. There's a guy behind me, and I'm gonna have to hold him up because I'm not gonna. And it's a van too. Oh boy, it's probably a body hauler. And shit. I really don't like to. Okay, I'm doing the alphabet now. I do not like to wait. I hate having to wait. I'm turning my signal on like I'm turning here. But I'm not turning here. I'm just like letting these guys go around me. There we go. That was 1 and 2, and they're gone. But I hate making people wait even more. Those are rubber trees, by the way, to the left of me. Very mature. Some of those are 10 inches around. Yeah. Imagine if I put this up 1 hour and 32 minutes. How long would it take to load for 3 minutes of watch time? Oh, yeah. Anyway, so beautiful day, beautiful cumulus clouds. So far, so good, weather-wise. Okay, there's a big truck waiting to pass a farm truck that's built, farm-built hand truck. 5 clicks before I have to turn. 3-wheeler in front of me. I'll go around the 3-wheeler behind. Nothing. Speed up just a little bit. Get around this gentleman. Boy, nice spread there. Now that could be. Oh, that's a company. Jowing, Jowing Ltd. Jowing. Yeah. Huh. So I wonder what they do there. I wonder if they do rubber. Because I'm seeing rubber, I'm seeing corn. I'm seeing pink elephants because I've been drinking. No, I'm just kidding. Now there was a rubber tree plantation, but they've removed the everything but the exterior. So there's big rubber trees surrounding the property, but the property is being used for something else. And I think it was rice. I didn't actually look. But rice to the right. Yeah. God, this is beautiful. You know, one of them 360 cameras would be cool. Then you could choose whatever you wanted to see. Way over there, I see a temple on a hill. White, bright white, shining bright in the sun. I'm not going there, but you can see it very prominent. Slowing down here because there's a road and there's a truck coming. Look at those flowers, on the other side of the truck. Isn't that beautiful? Look at them. Just beautiful. Now that looks like kind of like a restaurant or something. Yeah, so they're harvesting rice there. 'Tis the season. More flowers. Man alive. I could just park the truck in somebody's driveway. Is it okay if I park here? And I say, yeah. And then I just walk up the road a kilometer and just take a bunch of pictures of freaking flowers and stuff. That would just be awesome. Now here's a guy parked in the road. A lady on a bike getting this little shop, You just do that. It's not a big deal. Tractor on the highway, not a big deal. Well, it's not really a highway, but a lot of people sitting around there I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're taking a break. Maybe they've been out working, cutting rice. But that rice that I've been seeing cut, it looked like it was cut by a machine, not by hand, because it was in I think you call it, I forget, a furlough, Okay, so it tells me stop. And I'm looking and I don't see nothing. But that tells me continue straight before I turn right in 3.8 kilometers. So I kind of turned to right. Anyway. Looks like a government facility there. Isn't it pretty? Nice and sunshiny. Sun is shining. Sunshine on my shoulders. Okay. I'm going to eat my breakfast. I'm going to eat my banana. So, with that, I will wait till I'm on a street and say thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. Bye.